Welcome reading 3. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was so excited to read for this one because number one, we only have 13 minutes and I think it'll be like 17 seconds. It says 16, but it usually goes to 17. And if there's anyone watching this who likes the number 17, you know who you are. I'm like, this is probably your reading. But anyway, everyone else, welcome. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you coming back, welcome back. I looked at these cards the other day, but I do not for the life of me remember yours. So I feel like I want to dive in just like you guys do because there's so much stuff coming through right now. I mean, obviously, clearly, there's an owl before you. There are 2 owl feathers that my husband gathered from the property the other day. And he said, I go, oh, you got 2 owl feathers. And he goes, no, no, no. They like literally told me they were for you. I'm like, oh, yay. So they're really for you. And that labradorite is there to protect you. And the selenite is there to cleanse the energy for this reading. Also, I didn't get this from the other readings, but I'm getting it for you. I'm getting this like energy to smudge. So I am going to give you guys a nice good smudging. And then once we do the smudging, ooh, it's like it doesn't want to come out. What's going on? What's going on, you guys? Look at that. It's like lit, but it doesn't want to. It's barely smoking. What's going on? Is this your energy field? Okay, so it's still clearing. Let's see what your card is. Oh my gosh. This card was was all over the map. Look at that. Has this been happening to you guys? Have you been like knocking things over? One minute you're feeling really dull and flat. The next minute you're like, woohoo! Yeah, well, you're an empath, right? You're a light worker. If you found your way here, you're a light worker. And the energy on this planet is crazy. And that's okay because we are powerful light workers and we know how to handle that, right? So you chose number 52, Goddess of the Moon. Interesting. I said in the intro, if you didn't watch the intro reading and you just happen to find this reading, you might want to go back and watch it. But interesting that I was saying that no longer did I feel like Spirit wanted me to do moon readings anymore. So maybe it's for one of you to take on the torch and start doing moon readings. Maybe you're meant to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you've wanted to do readings. Also, 5 and 2 is the number 7. What does that mean to you? Were you born on that day, that month? Is it a life path number? 52, I feel like for some of you, 52 is your age. Or you're going to be 52 in this year because this reading is today in real time is August 12th. It is the last day of the Lionsgate portal. And so I asked Spirit, I was like, okay, what messages do they need to take them through the rest of this year? And for some people, until the next Lionsgate portal 2024. What happened during this Lionsgate portal? What changed for you? I mean, look at the way she's holding up that moon. Also, for some of you, maybe this Lionsgate portal really connected you with Sirius. Like maybe you never. I'll admit it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I always forget that Sirius is like so much bigger than the sun. Like, I believe I've been saying this recently. This is my new theory. I like to. No, this is my theory, my frame of consciousness. But I feel like we all come from Sirius. And maybe maybe right now somebody's like, no shit, dummy. I don't want to say dummy, but silly. Like, no shit, Sherlock Holmes, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic too much, but I just feel like instead of the moon, maybe for some of you, it could be that like you're really connecting to Sirius, you're connecting to your consciousness. And over the next several months until the end of this Gregorian calendar year, until 2024 begins, this is going to be a time for you to really connect with your spiritual side. Even for some of you who are seasoned light workers, even though you're a seasoned light worker, sometimes we lose our way. I didn't even realize until this last year how much I was kind of like losing my way. And when I was doing the moon readings, I loved them. I was born on a Monday, on a moon day. So, I mean, it's always going to be a part of me, and maybe I'll gravitate back to it someday. But I just felt this like almost like I was doing it because it was like part of the process. Like I had learned that lesson and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for something else. So it could be for some of you. And also the goddess of the moon, Cancer, the sign of Cancer. So if you're a Cancer, whether it's your sign, your moon, your sun, or your rising, it could be that Spirit is saying harness that Cancer energy. We all have Cancer somewhere in our chart, but if you have Cancer heavy in your chart, you may want to look at your chart. Spirit has been really pulling all of us to really look more into our birth chart, because it really is the map of our life here, and what we chose when we came here. It was part of our soul contract. Some people believe that you can actually know like your death day just by your chart. Like if you really studied your chart, you can like figure out, like, I saw something recently where this guy was studying algorithms to see if people can figure out the day they're going to die. And I thought, well, I guess anybody can do that, because if you know your death date, that's why we don't know when we're going to die. Because if we obsess on when we're going to die, then we would never, you know what I mean? Or it's either you try and do so many things and get off topic, or, some people may just give up. They're just like, "Fuck, is this ever going to end? Oh, I'm not waiting that long." You know what I mean? The whole purpose of this life is to take it day by day, breath by breath, moment by moment, and to enjoy it, because we don't know when it's going to end. And that's part of the big game, this whole matrix. And some people do. Some people actually know. They're like, I feel like I'm going to die at this age. I've had different times throughout my life where I felt like I was going to die at a certain age. And so far, it's interesting because I keep changing the meter. And I think it's because I decided to, because in that frame of mind and that level of consciousness and wherever that was, that's when I thought I was going to die. Then as my life started to change and improve, the more risks and more adventures that I took, I realized that this really was my life and I can live it any way I wanted to. And now at 51 years old, I can tell you, I mean, I have a gypsy tattoo on my arm, and my family was always like, when are you going to settle down? Or you're so crazy. But you know what? The owl led me. My grandmother loved owls. I was in love with my grandmother. She was everything to me. She was a Cancer as well. So if you have heavy Cancer in your chart, oh man, I love Cancers. They're so beautifully sweet and sensitive. So, you know, that energy that carries with us is wisdom. If you love owls, if you're drawn to owls, it's about wisdom. It's about knowing. But also, it's about going stealthily, quietly, not messing up, not getting too involved in other people's stories and their tragedies, their traumas, right? We're here to live our life, and we're here to help each other along the way. That's what community's for. But this isn't like whoever has the most toys wins. We're all gonna fucking die. Nobody's getting out of here alive. So live your life. Stop waiting. Be the goddess of the moon. Channel the goddess of the moon energy. Research the moon energy. Work with the owl medicine. I want you to, your mission, should you choose to accept it from now to the end of the year, is walk with the owl every day. Read something new about the owl spirit medicine every day. Seek out new stuff. Learn it all in one go and channel that energy for the next 4 months. Watch an owl. I saw this owl documentary. It was only made in like the last 5 years, but it was so beautiful. I want to say National Geographic did it, so look for it. Anyway, it was like amazing. Just watching them, and just the way that they care for one another and family and home. And Cancers are all about that, right? Like they live in their shell. Their home is so important to them. So, and maybe it's for you to work with the Cancer energy. Maybe you're struggling. Are there any, I'm sorry. Woo, 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 woo. There's a lot of things. I was about to say, are there any more messages, Spirit? And all these entities started coming at me. I'm like, okay, everybody, hold on. I'm hearing Tabitha. I don't know what that means. I am kind of seeing Bewitched with her, like with her little nose, like, and touching her nose and making magic happen. I feel like for some of you, you forgot your magic, and Spirit is saying, you must believe in magic and miracles. I said this in one of the other readings. If you haven't seen it, the Lionsgate portal reading that I did on my other channel, Lula's Life, is so good. I highly recommend you watch it. I channeled the Galactic Council. We read from the Unicorn Oracle and this Oracle deck, the Energy Oracle. So much is happening right now. I'm really feeling like for at least one person, I really feel like you're meant to like either focus on studying the moon right now, or you are meant to like do moon cycle readings like I did. So on this channel, if you're new here, they had me leave them. You guys, I can only go so fast. I only got like 2 minutes. Not you guys, but your spirit guides. Whoa, they're so powerful. You guys are so powerful. That's they're trying to tell you. That you're so powerful. But on this channel, The Magical Medium, there is on the main page, there is a playlist of moon cycle readings. Go back and watch the readings that I did. You know, do it your own way, you know, of course, but that's all I did is I just did the 8 moon phases a month. And maybe for some of you, you really enjoyed those readings that I did. Well, maybe that's for you to do on your own. You don't have to have your own channel. Just start working with the moon cycles. Also, for those of you who are on your moon, right? Those of you who bleed, right? We call it our period. Start to notice like how your moon, how your cycles, how they're going with your life. And, you know, I used to get my period on the full moon and I used to think, what the, really? My moon's in Scorpio, I'm a triple Sag and I'm like, what? So maybe you're somebody like that, but you know what? I gave myself that to challenge myself, to challenge my energy. Earlier, I was hangry as fuck and oh my gosh, the horrible things that were going through my mind and had to hold back from saying it. I was like, what is happening to me? Be mindful of the energy that you're channeling. Work with the moon cycles right now. In this moment, we are in the waning crescent. The new moon in Leo is right around the corner. So in real time, this is the rest and restore energy. So start to learn about the energies that go with the moon cycles, because you guys, we are ruled by the ebbs and flows of the moon, and so is water. And what is water? Emotions. What is the moon? Water. It's water energy. See how there's like water behind her? Right? Waterfalls. It looks like an ocean. It's like we are ruled by water. Our bodies are made up of like 3/4 of our body are made up of water. Make sure you're drinking enough water, but not over drinking. So you're, you know, purging your body of the nutrients that it needs. But just take good care of yourselves, okay? And when you're on your moon, set your limitations, your boundaries. You tell people, say, you know, I had a boss one time, he gave me so much shit that I just like said, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm bleeding through tampons like every hour. So no, I can't make it to meetings today because I can't guarantee I'm not going to bleed in the middle of a meeting. And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, stay home. You know what I mean? You have to call somebody out. Sometimes you got to be brutal, right? It's like, sometimes, and I'm sorry for those of us that are a little harsh for you to hear, but it's true. So you got to set your boundaries, okay? I'm about to get cut off. So take good care of yourselves and each other. All of my information is in the About section. I am open for readings. Also, I don't know when I'm going to be doing more readings. I spoke about it in the intro. Look for the other videos on this channel. If you just found yourself here, there's other things that I talked about there, but we're not moving into our house still for a few more weeks. So I don't know what's going to be coming down the pipeline. Just keep checking my channels. And if you feel free, go to the About section. And there are links there to support me and the work that I do. Thank you so much. And you can email me if you want to book any time with me. Take good care of yourselves and each other. I love you. Blessed be. Oh, bye.